Welcome, Scorpio, to your July 2025 reading, and thank you so much for tuning in. Now, Scorpio, if you would like a little reading from me, all you have to do is click the thanks button below. It's got a little heart in it with a dollar sign. You can nominate your amount that you'd like to pay for your reading, and put your question in the comment section below. I will then film your video just like I am now, and I will leave a link to your video in the comments in response to your comment. Now, if you'd like to help out my channel as well, I've got an online store if you're into crystal jewelry, antiques. Check it out. There's some beautiful one-off pieces, all handmade by my mum. You won't see another one like them. And if you're going on an event somewhere, or you've got a special occasion that you'd like to go to and you need a piece of jewelry, you can also reach out on our website and you can get in contact with my beautiful mum, and she'll help you design something wonderful and make something in the way that you'd like, with the crystals that you'd like as well. But let's get into your reading. Now, you start out with a very interesting card. You have the Two of Wands. Now, I really like the Two of Wands. This is you're at a bit of a crossroad here in your life, and there's a decision that is required by you. And I feel like for some of you, this can even be to leave an emotional situation, or to leave not so much an emotional situation, but a difficult emotional time that you've been struggling with. And which way do you want to go here, Scorpio? I like this card, and I'll show you why. This choice that you required to make, there is no wrong decision here. And you can see here, this person is coming up to that fork in the road. One path goes that way, one path goes that way. But what you can't see in the distance is that both of the paths join up again, and they join back to one path again. So the more, I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. We're coming up to a Mercury retrograde in mid-July, and it always hits me beforehand. So there's no wrong choice here. No matter what road you choose, you are going to be on the right path here. But it's quite interesting. It could have something to do with your work or your career here. But there is absolutely nothing to worry about here, Scorpio, because boy, oh boy, you have the Sun. This is the best card in the deck. This is you really choosing joy and happiness and achieving it as well. This is complete and utter success. So if you've been working on anything, if you've been the apprentice and you've been learning new skills and trying to hone your skills here, there is absolute success here and joy for you as well. Now, you've got the Tower card here. Something is coming in very quickly, like a lightning bolt. It is whirlwind kind of situation. Now, the Tower always looks really ominous, and particularly in this deck. Did I mention this was the Gilded Tarot deck? This is that energy of your world is shifting in a sudden and unexpected way. And it doesn't necessarily have to mean it's bad. And the fact that you've got the Sun here, wow, I don't feel like it's bad at all. I feel like something is coming in for you that is just, like I said, just going to be sudden and unexpected, but it's going to bring you so much joy and happiness. I really like this. You know, the Tower has been coming out for a few signs, so it could be collective energy. There are things going on globally as well, I guess, that are quite shocking and unexpected. But the thing with the Tower is that message is you always get to rebuild the Tower on stable, strong, secure ground, which the Tower, the story of the Tower is often it's not built on strong, stable ground. It's built on the side of a volcano or a mountainside where it's you know, if it gets struck by lightning, it will fall. But I feel like in a way, some of you could be making some decisions here that will shock those around you as well. I mean, you've got that King of Wands. This is a really powerful energy. This is the king that is the decision maker. This is the king that makes plans, that puts his plans into action. He's the go-getter. He directs people. He goes for things. And he does things in his own way. You know, you've got that Seven of Swords right beneath the King of Wands. This is somebody that really is being strategic about the way that they proceed and how they want to get things done as well. Now, there is a bit of a message here to always be careful of liars, stealers, cheaters as well, and absolutely make sure that you are doing everything above board and you're certainly not doing anything underhanded here. But for me, this card is always about trying to find a solution to something in a way that doesn't cause grief, that doesn't cause harm to those around you. Or, you know, the story of this card is this soldier is sneaking into the enemy's camp and stealing all the swords. And so they can't fight. And so he's trying to think of a solution here to solve a situation in an amicable way. But unfortunately, he hasn't made a very good plan of it, because he's left two swords behind. And when the enemy comes out and has a look at this and finds the swords gone, they're going to pick up those two swords and potentially chase this guy. So you have to make sure you think things through really clearly. And, you know, again, I feel like you've got that King of Wands there. So there is methodical planning that should be done here before you proceed. But I feel like, wow, this is such a lot of fast energy here in that Knight of Swords. You know, this is swift, like head spinning kind of energy here as well. But just to touch on that Eight of Cups, I feel like there is a decision, like I said, for some of you to leave a difficult situation behind you that you've really been struggling with emotionally. You may have just been feeling you know, not in a happy place, or just feeling down and out. And, you know, for some of you, this can even talk about a bit of a trip that you will be going on, a bit of a journey that you will be going on as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be a big, long journey, but I feel like you could be traveling somewhere, which will be really nice. But that Sun just makes everything here absolutely wonderful. It just trumps everything here. Now I'll get the right deck. Let's get some clarifiers out with my mystical tarot deck here. And we've got some cards here. And look at that. This is really interesting. As I fix my crystals, I've just moved them all over the place. You have the Three of Wands as well, the 2 and the 3. So I feel like you might be stuck in having to make this decision about how you want to proceed. But the Three of Wands says, what are you waiting for? Come on, just make it and go for it. You've put in the hard work, you've put in the hard effort, you've learned all of the things that you need to learn, particularly if it is to do with your finances in any way. And you know, your ships are coming in. You don't have to wait now. Once that decision's made, just go for it. There is absolutely new energy. Look at that, the Ace, the 2 and the 3 of Wands. There is progress here, creatively, passionately. Your inspiration is coming back. This can talk about a new career. This can talk about a new role within an existing career. It could talk about starting your own business, a new passion project that you want to work on. This can even talk about new babies. You might be deciding to have a baby, or even if you're past the age of giving birth, you might want to have a fur baby here. But this is beautiful, wonderful, new creative energy here in that Ace of Wands. So much inspiration, so much passion, and a new journey here, but definitely progress for you. 1, 2 and 3. Wow. And you've got the Magician card that came out in that lot. I often find that this happens when I get the clarifiers out. The cards just come out in a big clump, and they always just seem to be so significant there. But you got that Magician card, and this is you manifesting your reality. You're using the energy of that King of Wands to make your plans. Visualize what you want. Visualize how you want things to work out. See it in your mind's eye. The Magician talks about you being able to create any reality that you desire here for yourself, Scorpio. You've got the passion, you've got the intelligence, you've got the will, you've got the drive, you've got the energy to do it all, and you're going to put it all together and get exactly what it is that you want. And there is celebration here. Absolutely. This is nice. This has been coming out for a few people. So this again is very collective. It must be very collective energy, but this is rejoicing. This is attending a really beautiful emotional event, like a christening, a wedding, an engagement, that kind of thing. And if it's not a specific event like that, it's just getting together with beautiful people that you love and they love you, and just enjoying a wonderful time together. And look at this in that clump also that came out. You have another King of Wands. I mean, I always say this. There are 78 cards in the deck, and for the same card to come out in both decks, I mean, I'm not pulling that many cards here. It just astounds me. But this is really a message saying I meant what I said. This is very powerful energy. And again, you are in control. You are the one that is really calling the shots. You're the one that is making the decisions and sort of making the decisions in how you want things to play out in your life. This is time for you to, I'm just going to cough, I do apologize. I'll have a sip of my tea here. The candle, as you can hear, is probably making my nose a bit blocked. I get a bit allergic to it. But the King of Fire, which is the King of Wands, this is time for you to absolutely take charge of the situation that you are in. And this card, when it comes up, it wants you to realize that you have got incredible leadership skills here, and you are so good at being able to make decisions and lead other people and guide other people as well. And there are so many people who would benefit from your vision and your ability to focus and to get the job done. And I feel like people just will naturally gravitate to you for guidance in July. And look, this can even be you getting promoted, stepping up in your career, really standing out. And if you're already retired, you know, if you've got any projects going on, if you've got any committees that you're on, any clubs that you are members of, I feel like you are going to be playing a leadership role there as well. But you're also not only able to sort of get the job done effectively and efficiently, you kind of do it with a bit of flair as well, and people gravitate to you. But yeah, when you get these cards showing up as well, it's really time to focus on the issues that matter to you and to dismiss those that are just distractions. So things that are just taking your energy that aren't really worth it. You need to just focus on what's important to you. But this can also talk about a time that sort of friendly and talented people show up, and they are here to help. And if they do come in and show up and want to help out, you need to make sure that you accept their assistance graciously as well. Don't feel like you have to do it all on your own there, Scorpio. You can actually get through this. Now, I feel like for some of you, you may have been struggling with some sadness from the past. There could be a situation that really hurt you in the past here emotionally, and I feel like if you focus too much on the past, you aren't actually going to see the opportunity here of these two wonderful cups behind you, these two cups that are filled with joy and abundance and happiness and love and all of the things that you want. And I feel like perhaps focusing in the past and what's happened in the past can actually rob you of seeing this, because your gaze is there rather than on what your gaze is on what is missing and what's gone rather than what is still there. But I feel like you're working on this. This is the wounded warrior here, that Nine of Wands. And this is you really working hard. And what this card says, whatever you do, do not give up. Do not surrender here. There is victory just around the corner. You just need to give it that one final push if you have been struggling with anything emotional there. And certainly this can also be talk about if you have children. This can talk about some beautiful nostalgic memories that you are having of the past, about your children and your family life as well. It's really nice. But just make sure you don't dwell too much on any of the sadness from the past as well, because like I said, you will miss out on that wonderful opportunity there. Now, wow, the last three cards that came out in that clump are the Queen of Wands, the Devil, and the the marriage card. Now, you could be getting invited to a wedding between a Leo and a Capricorn here, which is quite exciting. But this is you, and it's interesting. You had both of the King of Wands, but you also had the Queen of Wands as well. So this is divine counterparts. Now, even though you are cups, you're a water sign, it doesn't matter. This could even mean that you may potentially be meeting someone that you get married or settle down with. But look, obviously this is a general reading, so that's not going to apply to everyone there. But this is you setting up a stable, strong, secure environment as well. This can be talking about moving to a new home or building a new home as well. But if you've been stuck, if you've been feeling stuck or trapped in any way, this is a card that you may feel that may be making you feel like you are stuck in a situation within your home space as well, that you are struggling with and you are trying to get out of here. But again, this is again just general reading, just for some. But whatever you do, don't give up if you have been struggling here. The Devil card is that card of feeling like you're stuck by your circumstances. Like, you know, this can talk about addictive patterns, obsessive compulsive behaviors as well. But I feel like the Queen of Wands is that card that has such tenacity. This is someone with such tenacity, and if this doesn't represent someone in your life, this will be the qualities that you will be displaying excuse me, in July as well. You will be able to harness a lot of your own inner strength to be able to break free from anything that has been keeping you stuck and in suspended animation, and in you know, making you feel like you can't get out of a situation. And this can be absolutely anything. This can be emotional sadness that you've been struggling with. This can be, like I said, addictions, and this can be addictions of any kind. This doesn't necessarily talk about drugs or alcohol, or, you know, it could be food. We can become addicted to food. We can become addicted to a way of thinking as well, of a certain pattern of behaving or reacting to something, and it becomes comfortable, so we stick in that rut. We get in a rut. So you know, this, I really feel like the energy of that Queen of Wands there is really like you tapping into your inner strength to break free from anything that is preventing you from achieving this wonderful, secure, stable reality for yourself. Now let's get a final card from the Now I Understand Oracle deck. Whoa, that came out really quickly. And wow, this leads us right back to the beginning. Decide. A decision needs to be made after careful analysis. Make a choice and keep things moving. Well, I certainly feel like things are going to be moving quite quickly here once you've made that decision. As I said, you've got that Knight of Swords. You've got the Sun card there as well. And such progress here. But use the energy of those King of Wands. Make your plans. Get things in order. And then once you've planned, go for it. Just do it. Keep things moving along. And like I said, that Knight of Swords, things will really move quickly for you. So we'll leave it there, Scorpio. I hope that resonated with you. Please take me up on my offer again of a mini reading. All you need to do is nominate your amount, put your question in the comment section below, and I will film your video and leave a link for you. And if you'd like to check out my online store and see if there's any treasures there that you'd like to buy, I would appreciate that as well. So have a great July, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.